Oh, why is this so difficult? I tried filming this yesterday. No. And it did not go well for the same reason as today. That reason being that one of my flatmates is in the kitchen and I feel like she can hear me, which makes this pretty awkward. God, I really hope she doesn't hear me because this is weird. This is actually weird. Today, I want to share my experience with being quarantined with flatmates. Oh boy. Where do I start? Hi everyone. It's me, Stephanie. And like I said in the intro, today I want to share my experience during this quarantine with flatmates who, I would like to say this, I'm not related to them, I'm not necessarily friends with them, I'm just on friendly terms with both of them. I don't really know how I'm supposed to approach this. To be honest, I tried to film this yesterday, it didn't go well because one of my flatmates was in the kitchen and making a whole lot of noise, and I had this feeling that she could hear me and that she would come and stand very closely to my door and listen. Which I know for a fact she has done. I mean, not at my door. At least I hope not. But she has done that in her room, which just kind of makes me a bit, yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna start because if I don't just start rambling, this video is never gonna get done. I would kind of like to start by saying that I currently live in an apartment with two people, a man and a woman. Yeah, since the quarantine started, since the whole coronavirus thing started, a lot of people, myself included, have kind of been sent home because there hasn't been any work. Luckily, I have not been laid off. I've just sort of been furloughed for I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I'm kind of really hoping that it's not gonna take forever. Anyways, that being said, I found out about a week ago that my female flatmate is also in the same position as me, which means that she is home just as often as I am, and I'm not used to that. The man luckily is still working full-time, so he's only here on the weekends, mostly. But even then, it has been uncomfortable in this house. I think that that's probably the safest way to say it. I mean, to be honest, when you live in an apartment with essentially strangers, you can't expect everything to go smoothly. And yeah, and since all of this started, I have noticed just how difficult things can get when you are forced to stay home with your flatmates. The thing is, because we are home so much now, it does mean that we are kind of in each other's way constantly, which also means that the kitchen is no longer easy access, I guess I could say, and neither is the bathroom. Luckily, we do have a separate toilet to our shower. So when someone is taking a shower, I don't have to, sit in my room, hold in my pee because I really need to pee. I can just go and do that. Although, that being said, and I hope this isn't TMI or very weird, I have a feeling that other people have also had to do this, unfortunately. But one thing that I have had to deal with a bit more now, I think more specifically in the weekends when all three of us are at home, is that when someone is using the toilet and you really need to use the toilet, oh, just the amount of creativity that you have to use is just baffling. I mean, when it comes to needing to pee, I mean that's just easiest resolved because I'm just gonna put it out there. I have peed in the shower before. I have also had a less than wonderful experience where both the toilet and the shower was being used and I could not hold it in and I peed into a little Tupperware box. Yes, I said it. I peed into a Tupperware box. One that was my own that I don't use ever because it is one of those really crappy ones, you know, that doesn't exactly stay closed when you put the lid on it. Anyways, I don't have to go into detail. And I know that some of you are thinking, but what about if you need to poop? Well, that is the easiest answer that I can possibly give is you need to hold it. You need to hold it because there's no way around that. It's just, I am not savage enough to go and poop into any form of container. No. I will hold it. If I have to, I will sweat bullets in my room. I will hold it. This, I feel like this is getting a bit TMI. I really hope that more people can relate to this because this is very weird. But anyways, let's go on to a more safer topic, which is the kitchen. Oh, the kitchen. You know, I am very used to having, you know, the kitchen essentially to myself. But since we're all home this often, I've really had to share the kitchen, which is okay. It is okay. But because both my flatmates are very concerned with cleanliness and constantly wanting to clean and having everything smell good and look shiny and whatnot, there have been days where I have just been starving, wanting to make a proper breakfast or proper lunch, you know, and the thing is, I know that I can go into the kitchen and get a piece of fruit, you know, just anything to kind of, you know, just to kind of keep me satisfied for a short period of time. But no, that's not enough. That's not enough. You know, like today, for instance, I kind of wanted to get a snack. I wanted to make food. My flatmate was in the kitchen. I think she was cleaning because honestly, I was sitting here just looking at the clock and going, wow, her lunch is massive. It has to be massive. I mean, if you're taking that long, it must have a lot of ingredients. And then I heard the faucet being turned on and then being left on for well over a minute. Yeah. She was cleaning. I mean, it's great. It's good because obviously, you know, that means that I don't have to do it ever. Actually, now that I think about it, since I moved here about a year ago, I've not had to clean the kitchen, the bathroom, or the hallway at all. That's actually really nice. Wow. Wow. Huh. Okay. Anyways, the thing is, I can talk about, you know, how difficult it is, you know, having to wait for the toilet or wait for the shower because someone is in either one of them, or having to wait for the kitchen in order to make a meal. But the thing is, I kind of also want to put a bit of an emphasis on what it's like for me mentally, because the thing is, I'm so used to being at home the most, I guess, out of everyone. But now that everyone is home, I almost feel trapped in my room, you know, because I kind of don't want to see anyone. I'm not antisocial, I don't always like people. I'm putting it out there, I don't always like people. Especially not when they come to me and they start talking, and then they don't stop, and then they start repeating themselves, and then they don't stop. And I'm just standing there, kind of fiddling my thumbs, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go into my room and do nothing. But I can't, because you're still talking, and I'm too nice to tell you to shut up and leave me alone. It's such a difficult thing. You know, because this is the first time, I don't think anyone expected us to go through this, you know, especially not with the fact that we have to stay indoors, almost mandatory, I guess. It feels like it's mandatory, but just, yeah. I don't know, it's very strange. It's very strange. You know, so that's kind of been the mental part as well, you know, it's just feeling somewhat trapped and then having to deal with two people in one overall space that can't really deal with each other. And then also really wanting to go home, which I haven't even mentioned in this video because I thought, you know, do I really want to talk about it? Because it has sort of been hitting me a bit hard the last 2 weeks. But yeah, I want to go home to my parents, to my dogs, to my family, to the beach, the white sands, and all of the animals, and being able to drive whenever I want to, and just, it's been nuts. You know, I thought maybe sharing this with more people could maybe make some of you not feel as crazy, you know, by being locked in an apartment or in a house with people that you're not related to or not really friends with, but you're just friendly with them because you have to live with them. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end my video here. I want to thank all of you for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing. Maybe I'll make more videos. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay home, especially, and take care of yourselves. All right. Bye!